와, 멋있다. 근데 여기가 문이라면 어디가 앞이고 어디가 뒤인지 모르겠어. 아, 키캣 어딨어? 아, 쭉 오라고? 일단 알았어. 안녕, welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to be learning about two forms which have a similar meaning. Now, before you start this lesson, I should give you a disclaimer that this is intended for intermediate learners and might be a bit difficult for beginners. But don't let me tell you what to do. These both mean only, and there are many ways in Korean to translate only depending on the context, as well as many ways to use each of them. But before starting this lesson, make sure you're already familiar with how to use the particles 만 and 밖에. Alright, let's get started. Here's our first form. To make this form, attach 분 directly after a noun without a space, and then conjugate 이다. This form, 분이다, is used to add more emphasis to the meaning of only after a noun. You can think of this form as meaning to be nothing but noun. Note that you wouldn't simply emphasize a very short sentence that only contained one noun and 분. There should be a real reason in the sentence why you're emphasizing something in it. So think longer sentences and not shorter sentences when you're using this form. Here's an example. 필통에 있는 건 지우개 뿐이에요. The only thing at all that's in my pencil case is an eraser. Now, simply saying 지우개 뿐이에요 by itself without a sentence, while grammatically correct, sounds awkward. This is because there's no reason to be emphasizing the eraser by itself. Here are two more examples. 우리에게 남은 것은 시간뿐이에요. The only thing that we have left is time and nothing else. 숙제를 다 한 건 철수뿐이었어요. It was only 철수 and nobody else who did all of the homework. The next thing we're going to learn is how to use this form together with verbs. So to make this form, take a verb stem and attach 을 if it ends in a consonant, or just a lir if it ends in a vowel. And remember that some verbs will also have different conjugation rules. This verb stem can also be in the past tense. For example, 하다 could become 했을. And finally, add a space followed by 분 and conjugate 이다. This form is also used to add more emphasis to the meaning of only in the sentence. And you can think of this meaning as similar to the feeling of the adverb 그냥, meaning just or only. By using this form, the speaker is saying that there's only one option to choose from if you're using an action verb, or the speaker's saying that there's only one way to be if you're using a descriptive verb. Here are some examples. 그저 기다릴 뿐이다. All I do is wait, and nothing else. 그저 is an adverb meaning only, and it means that you're not doing anything else except only whatever verb comes after it. 저는 들은 대로 말했을 뿐이에요. All I said was just what I had heard. 잠을 못 자서 피곤할 뿐이에요. I couldn't sleep, so all I am is tired. In addition, sentences using this form can also use the particle 만 after a noun to add even more emphasis. Here's just one example. 손님이 몇 명이 올지 대략적으로만 알 뿐이에요. All I have is just a rough guess of how many customers will come here. Now, there's one more thing you should know about this form when it's used with the verb 이다. This will become 일뿐이다 and is attached directly after a noun. 우리는 친구일 뿐이에요. We are only friends. Note that this form, 일뿐이다, can be used in a negative way, almost as if you're complaining about something being nothing more than just that noun. Literally, though, it's similar to saying 그냥 before the noun. 그냥 친구예요. We're just friends and not a couple or anything else besides friends. So if you wanted to say that a noun is only something and you don't want it to sound negative or to sound like you're complaining about it, just use 뿐이다 instead. Or even better, just use the adverb 그냥. Here's one more example. 내가 원하는 게 너뿐이야. All that I want is you and no one else. Next, let's talk about another similar form, 따름이다. To use this form, conjugate a verb stem just like we did before, but then add 따름, followed by conjugating 이다. This form actually has the same meaning and usage overall as 뿐이다, but it sounds more formal and is therefore less commonly used. In addition, while the literal meaning and usage of this form is actually the same as 뿐이다, it tends to get used in formal situations, specifically where the speaker is expressing their emotions. This can include expressing hope, or regret, or surprise, or when you feel thankful, or sorry, etc. For example, you might express something like, I only feel grateful, or I only feel sorry, using this form. But besides this, this form is interchangeable in any sentence with 뿐이다. So if you ever see a sentence with 따름이다 and can't quite understand it, simply switch it to 뿐이다 in your head and it should make more sense. Here's one example. 이걸 혼자 다 했다니 놀라울 따름이네요. I have nothing but surprise to find out that you did all of this by yourself. And that's all for today. You can also learn more about this topic in the extended PDF version of this lesson, which is available to download for free on my website. Thanks for watching. And remember that new videos are posted here every week, so if you like what you see, click subscribe. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.
뭐지? 아까 거기네.
그나저나 키캣은 어디 있는 거야?
여기서 뭐해? 자, 이제 우리 뭐 할까? 한 바퀴 더 돌자고? 힘들긴 한데 뷰는 끝내준다. 그렇지, 키캣?